A warm welcome to the final concluding session of the International Webinar on Contemporary World Theatres, organized by Center for Performance Research and Cultural Studies in South Asia. The session by Yoshi Oida, one of the most celebrated directors, actor and actor trainer. Yoshi Oida is trained in No and Kabuki tradition in Japan and migrated to European theatres. He enacted the role of Drona in the legendary Mahabharata production of Peter Brook. Yoshi Oida, as an independent director, has produced many contemporary plays, and his recent work is an adaptation of Yukio Mishima's contemporary No play, The Silk Drum. Author of The Invisible Actor, The Actor of Drifts, and The Actor Tricks, Yoshio Oida is celebrated as an eminent actor trainer who blends the No tradition with the contemporary experimentations of 20th century. In the concluding session of the International Webinar on Contemporary World Theatres, was organized by Center for Performance Research and Cultural Studies in South Asia, see Praxis, Yoshi Oida is embarking on a conversation with Dr. Abhilash Pillai, the Dean of the National School of Drama, New Delhi. Abhilash is trying to explore the world of actor training and experimentations by Yoshi Oida, one of the greatest actors and directors of our time. A warm welcome again to the concluding session of the International Webinar on Contemporary World Theatres.
Thank you, Biju. And I would really like to first say that I will start the session with Yoshi-san raising some questions, and probably Yoshi-san will be graceful enough and will be able to probably interact to the questions. And later, probably by 45 minutes to 1 hour, we may be talking something. And after that, we will open the session for the participants who are there. They can also raise questions, and probably I'll try so that Yoshi-san will be also able to interact with all of you. So it'll be nice. And first of all, once again, I welcome Yoshi-san. I would like to introduce him quite formally, Yoshi Oida. We call him Yoshi-san. We in India primarily knew him as a Japanese actor who acted in legendary theater director Peter Brook's famous play Mahabharata. That's how I came to know about Yoshi-san years back. But later found him to be an international actor who speaks Japanese, English, and French fluently and acted in more than 25 plays directed by Peter Brook as part of his international theater group and toured extensively across the globe. We also understood that he has created his own style of acting after years of performance with Mr. Brook. Later, he developed himself to be a theater director with a unique combination of Eastern and Western disciplines to theater. Through his disarmingly accessible study of the art of acting, he shared his unique experience and range of expertise in his books written with theater scholar Lona Marshall, titled as An Actor Adrift, The Invisible Actor, and An Actor's Tricks. As you all know, that I am talking about none other than Yoshi Oida, our Oida-san. So in a way, Yoshi-san, the legendary actor, director, and teacher, one of the most renowned faces of theater of Asia, I would like to also call him. I welcome Yoshi-san for today's conversation organized by Center for Performance Research and Cultural Studies in South Asia. So, Yoshi-san, namaste to you.
Namaste, namaste.
My first interaction online with you. So I would like to first start with first question. Yoshi-san,
Yes.
I would like to start with something simple, but it may be most complex sometimes for to answer. Given that you prefer to be invisible, why did you choose to become an actor? Someone who has to reveal himself in public.
Yes. So I wrote a book called Invisible Actor. And always I tried, how can I be invisible? That means, let's try another example. If I paint blue, and then just blue, maybe beautiful blue, or dark blue, light blue, that's blue, that's good. But if very good artist, I see that some great artist, just blue, but through that blue, you can see behind of the blue, I can see silent or deep, in the deep spirit of inside, or maybe spirit of God, something you can see more than blue. And so at the moment, if I see painting, I don't see blue anymore, but only just I see the so deepness, silence, or big sea, or big universe, or something solitude, something depend on painting, but I can see more than blue. So the same thing, when I act, I play, hello, how are you? I move. And then maybe people say, oh, Yoshi move very well, or Yoshi speak very well. It's a very good speaking. So they think, Yoshi is a very good actor. Or maybe, he's bad acting, it's a very bad actor. But you see, in fact, they didn't see behind of the acting something else behind of me. So in the book I said, look at the moon, just look at the moon, and then, oh, Yoshi movement is a very beautiful movement, and beautiful voice, look at the moon, very good voice, good, not good, but anyway, oh, Yoshi moves very bad, and very bad voice, or something like that. But if good actor do it, very good actor, my idea, I never arrived, but if maybe good actors look at the moon, at the moment, I don't remember when he did it, how to move it, how to he speak. I don't remember, but I saw the moon. That moment, actor, I don't see the acting. So everything, I forget, just I see the moon. So for example, when I direct opera, they sing, and I said always, yes, you are very good singer, beautiful voice, beautiful melody, and beautiful movement. So very good. But only I see the good thing, but I don't see that personality you playing, Carmen or Ham or what Traviata or Madame Butterfly. But I don't see the Madame Butterfly. I don't see the Traviata. I don't see the Tosca. I just see the good thing. That they're not very good. Public must forget she's singing or she's moving, but only just see how is the life of Madame Butterfly, how is the Tosca, how is the Carmen. I want to see a human being, but not an actor. I don't care good actor, bad actor, good singer, good dancer, but I want to see through that the activity of his acting, I want to see the life of a human being. So that means that how you disappear your own ego. Something you offer your ego and I transform to the Hamlet. Therefore, I don't see on the stage, I don't see any more Yoshi Oida, but only just the public can see Hamlet. That's my ideal acting. Oh, it's very difficult. Even now, I work theater long time, but I never achieved such a situation. But that's my ideal being actor.
Okay. Thank you, Yoshi-san. It was, I think, what was nicely explained was like the way how you told the actor who's showing the moon. Sometimes we look at the moon, and sometimes some actors in which we look at the actor showing the moon. So that makes a very big difference. And you would prefer an actor who shows the moon and we look at the moon rather than the actor. That is very nicely put down. Thank you very much, Yoshi-san. I would like to now take you to the next question. That is, in your book, The Invisible Actor, you say you remain aware of the outside world and don't become totally lost in your activities. When you perform in this way, you are completely yourself. And at the same time, you are aware of watching yourself. What is this watching yourself in the context of an actor? Yoshi-san.
Yes. When actor acting on the stage, say actor playing Hamlet, he's completely Hamlet, crying, laughing, irritating, and angry. It's true, very active. But me too. It's honestly, I feel in that situation of the Hamlet, but I'm good actor, bad actor, that's another thing. But I try to be completely that emotion, feeling, movement, everything. I become completely, I try to become Hamlet. But if I become, say, trying completely inside of that character, then it's something too much pushing, too much forcing. Always you have to look at yourself. What Yoshi, actor Yoshi Oida said, what Hamlet by Yoshi doing? He's better too much angry, or that Hamlet speak too much slow, or he is too much crying, or he must cry, but he's not enough cry. Always as an actor, Yoshi Oida watching my Hamlet. So that means that I'm completely inside of the Hamlet, but at the same time, actor Yoshi Oida watching and controlling. But if too much control, and then everything, I know good about it, say that, and then very very cold acting, and we don't feel the freedom of the Hamlet emotion. So it's not too much observe control, but it's too much inside, completely inside without controlling. Blah, 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 blah. That's not good. So you have to have same weight. Hamlet, completely Hamlet, but at the same time, completely actor who look at that. You need two things at the same time. Say maybe subjective and objective. So it's like a sort of good balance. And in the no theater called it's Riken no Ken. Riken no Ken. Ri is a distance. Ken, look at. So you look at with the distance, that eye of distance to what you're saying is very important. So when you dancing or not completely, but always you look at what are you doing. So so that's very important to observe. So when my master of no theater said, think about Riken no Ken. So that means you are acting, but at the same time, you must have eye from the distance. Okay, I try to think about that eye. And my thought that eye is from the position of the public. So it's acting and I exist in the public and look at what I'm looking at. So I thought, where's my eye from the public? I tried like a mirror, like a mirror. Look at my acting. So it's front. But many years I doing, in fact, that I who look at myself is not the front, but it's behind. Behind, I looking at my acting. So I act this way, but my eye of distance is there. And from there, I'm looking at myself. And so also, when I was young, when I see a video of what I have done it, and I thought I'm so bad. I didn't know that what I'm doing this. How to move, how to speak. It's not good. But it's incredibly when you are acting and when you look at the video, it's completely different. But when you have eye clearly, and then afterwards I look at that video, then I found, yes, exactly I did it like that. So I remember what I have done it. And nothing different, but I remember and what I see video. So that means now it's fortunately I look at a little bit to have eye from distance. And then I said to my master, yes, I thought the Riken no Ken, eye from distance is the front, from the position of the audience. But in fact, it's behind, a little bit higher here. And my master said, yes, that's it. That's called like aurora. It's all statue of Buddha or saint or Christian. Every has like that. So this aurora. And that's you can see the so that all are looking at that. So that means that when one day I went to Bombay, and near the Bombay, there's the ashram for the Hindu ashram, and a lot of Western people working this ashram, working the garden. And then I saw the man with behind the red, like a red light, like moving. And another one, yes, it's behind, it's also. So that means that a certain training, I don't know, not only meditation, something, anything, but if you have already, you have more, this aura becomes stronger, and that aura can see yourself more clearly what you're doing. So in the life, I thought, in fact, the same. I'm daily life. I eat, I laugh, I angry, and I'm crying my life. Oh, my lover went away. Or if it rain comes, horrible. But if on the stage, rain come out, oh, looks like a real. So I'm very happy. And if I cry, yes, today it's very crying, very good emotion. I'm happy. That's good. But real life, he thinks this is real life. And so I don't have an eye from the distance. So therefore, when I angry, completely angry, or when I cry, but why the same thing? Yeah, I can do it. Yoshi Oida, daily life, but at the same time, actor Yoshi Oida, looking at Yoshi Oida in daily life. So daily life is I'm playing my character called Yoshi Oida. So Yoshi Oida crying, angry, and everything. But at the same time, Yoshi Oida is looking at myself, looking at Yoshi Oida in the daily life. So it's a long time I do acting. So I have a daily life also. I could find out something. I'm looking at Yoshi Oida in the daily life from the eye of the actor. And so in Paris, a lot of corona and everything panic, everything mask and moving, and then distance, don't go further, and the distance, and everybody very nervous and horrible. And me too, inside, and mask, and thing. But at the same time, I can see as an actor this society. Oh, everybody doing a white mask and walking, beautiful mask they put it. And Yoshi is also doing that. And he's also afraid of that. So it looks like I'm looking at the theater. So in the daily life, Yoshi is a panic and sad, horrible. But at the same time, as Yoshi the actor or audience, as Yoshi as audience, watching like a cinemascope or theater. Oh, what a life! That moment Yoshi living that. So I have a distance, and at the reality, daily life reality, and some sort of more another level of the myself looking at so that life. And then in the real life, I'm panic and anger, but at the same time, with distance, I can be very quiet. So I'm not completely inside of that panic, but I can see a little bit step back and looking at the society and horrible things. But at the same time, that moment I buy flowers. And yes, but at the same time, in this world, flowers are beautiful and the trees are beautiful. Now it's autumn, so they change color, yellow, and falling that. That's also very beautiful nature. Everything I can enjoy the nature and I can enjoy, look at no panic, but calmly look at the society in the panic. And so that's myself, another level of the myself is in a way, no, I cannot say happy or not happy, but very tranquil, quiet, calm, just stay. That thanks, I'm acting a long time, so I have two eyes, real life, or I have two existence, that daily life, uh, panic, everything, and another, the same time, I'm existence as looking at very calmly, quietly.
Thank you, Yoshi-san. Now I could, in a way, I got the kind of an understanding because when you explained this about the subjective and objective way of looking at oneself while as an actor, which was quite clear enough, and also as as public as a mirror and something behind, looking at the actor, the public, everything together, distance looking is something which is very interesting. And I remember in your book you had mentioned about how do you develop this distance looking through exercises. It is when you do everyday exercises, you have written in the book that always think there is somebody who is looking at you, so that you don't casually do an exercise. You do exercise looking at and thinking that somebody else is also looking and involved into it. So thank you very much, Yoshishan, for this answer. And
Yes,
yes,
but not somebody looking at me. I don't care people looking at me. I don't, but not somebody, but I'm looking at myself. So
yeah,
always I'm looking at myself. Yeah. So it's
yes,
not somebody, it's
yeah,
me, another me.
yes,
So
yes.
one me, one Yoshioida, another Yoshioida looking at Yoshioida.
Okay, okay. It is about you, different aspects of you, or you are looking from distance to yourself.
So maybe Yoshioida existence is two levels.
Yes.
Daily life, another calm levels. So
Okay.
I have two existence. Or I try to have two things, but sometimes mixed up and the catastrophe.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, my next question to you. I want to ask it other way around the question. The literature always remains invisible in a performance piece. And you said about invisible actor. Then what is the task of the actor and his acting in respect to literature? When I'm saying this, what I'm keeping in mind is, what do you think is the actor an interpreter or a creator?
So what is interpreter as actor and what is a creator?
Yes.
When I'm acting, I don't think I am something creative, something, or but I try to think. I don't think I don't care I'm creating or not, and also I don't think try to be I'm actor acting. I have a character. I got it, and the character, this moment, this character, I should laugh. Yes, maybe. So I laugh. And something look at and I'm surprised. So I'm completely funny. But and nothing happened. I'm so stupid. But life is so difficult. So I do it. I so everything changes. Daily life always changes. We are not the same. Always moving. Always changing. So look at that. What? No. So how I go next? How go next? So and so when this I must speak quickly. Yes, I said, hello, how are you? Not hello, how are you? I said, hello, how are you? Okay, and look at slowly moving. Yes, and so each moment, according to my Hamlet, I action as a Hamlet. But it's not always, I don't feel I'm acting a Hamlet, or I don't feel a character. Just I'm thinking this moment Hamlet should be anger, or this moment Hamlet should be surprise, and should be the crying. Chaque moment I do it, so changing. And in fact, if this is the character of the Hamlet or not, I don't know. Just I do it through the small details. And maybe audience feel, that's Hamlet, or why that Hamlet like that? No, I don't feel that's Hamlet. But I'm nothing to do, just I'm honestly, I'm doing others feel the Hamlet. So result is audience who judge. I don't judge. Just I live that small details. And I don't play totally what is Hamlet is. I don't care. Well, I care, but if I can do or not, I don't know. But anyway, small details, not the total conception. For example, who is Yoshi Oida? I pose question by myself. In fact, I don't know. I'm sometimes very stupid, and sometimes not bad. I'm so clever, or I'm very kind, or I'm very everything irritating. But then what? What is the character of Yoshi Oida? I don't know. So that means even I don't know myself why I can understand the Hamlet. It's to analyze a human being who is he. It's very difficult. That's each person has a judgment, and each person says the totality of the something figure. But when I acting, I don't know how to act totality. The director said, this moment you are feel great, happy, but at the same time, deeply, your inside is a very pessimistic and irritated, but at the same time, that moment, happy. So play it. How to do it? Happy. So I don't know how to do it. So in fact, that moment I don't think about what the director said. You are outside happy, but inside the pessimistic, sadistic, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I try to small details. how smile, how anger, how silence. And then if I could choose a good choice of the acting, and the people feel, that the man is laughing, but inside very lonely, that the audience can judge it. But I don't judge. What I'm doing, and in fact, when they do it, and the people say, you created a very good acting. I didn't know, but my aim is not creating. I'm just trying to live small detail of the Hamlet. That's all. And so I don't feel I'm acting, and I don't feel I'm creating, but just actor is acting, action, something, do it. And so actor is a act, but it's not present something creation, or not present acting, but acting in the theater, but it's just doing something, acting like the same life and the same. So then the people say create acting. That's my problem. So I never thought my job with something creating. No, I don't think I'm a job with just acting.
Thank you, Yoshi-san. Yeah, it's been more understandable in a way that you were trying to, trying to communicate that you concentrate more in small details,
Yes.
rather than looking at the whole character of what. Yes, you would you like to say?
So in a way, the daily life is the same thing. It's you don't need a conception. I must be very healthy life, or I must be a very elegant way to live, or I must. It's I don't need to need a conception of my way of life, but how I have a glass of water, I put water in it, and I enjoying water, and I take it, and touch the lips, the feeling of the glass and the water taste. And how I can enjoy small details. On the stage, we do it, the small detail. But the daily life, I'm thirsty. Okay, so daily life is so rough and so not delicate at all. So in the daily life also, it's like when I met you, hello, how are you? So that's very important, hello. But it's not hello, how are you? How are you? Okay, no, that's a social custom. But if you do this, how much you Japanese doesn't do it, but Indian or Thailand does. So at the moment, what does that mean? What I feel, and when I say namaste, something I feel namaste, namaste. Really, I try to contact you, namaste. So each action is not custom, namaste, namaste. Doesn't mean anything. But if really to you, namaste, then the really real contact, and then life will become very rich and very nice. But I say so, but I do it namaste. So we are so stupid, or I'm so stupid. Daily life is so rough, and I don't care the details. It's very important. If I do exactly on the stage, small details, if every day, if you enjoy small details, and life is very, very rich and very calm and beautiful. For example, morning, watch my teeth. And today I must have a Zoom to discuss with Abhilash, yeah, so I have to do it. And but if I do it, and how to clean up here, then teeth here or front. If I could concentrate, how can I clean up teeth? At each moment, concentrate what you're doing. But we are something doing, and I see something else. If I eating, I don't enjoy really that eating fish, but I say, oh yes, yeah, I must see after that, I must telephone my friend. But so you don't feel what you're eating. But if eating or chewing, and then you enjoy it. But it's very difficult to do daily life. But on the stage, just 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But the daily life, it's 24 hours, you have to do it. So I forget about then just anything. So there's no delicacy of the life. But if I could do it the same as a stage, small details, it will be very nice. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Yoshi-san. Because in a way, can I say this, that like interpretation and creation is something for you, it is to live with every small detail, and that is how you achieve uh, the life in it. So probably that is what you're trying to say, where then this interpretation and creation doesn't matter, because when it is about every small detail, you look into it of what you are doing, and probably that is what will take the acting or to act. Thank you, Yoshi-san, for that. Now I would like to ask another question to you. Now my next question: how is Jo Ha Q is quite different from the Western idea of beginning, middle, and end? Because in your book, you had very nicely explained about Jo Ha Q, where you say everything, even what you are saying about every detail, will have a Jo Ha Q, probably. Could you please talk a little bit more about this Jo Ha Q in context of beginning, middle, and end of the Western thinking? Thank you.
I don't know Western idea of beginning and middle and ending.
Okay.
But for example, Indian music, very slow. But when you're looking at slow, but they repeat the same phrase, and in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes, become quicker and quicker, quicker. That's Indian music. Indian music has also Yohaku. In fact, because maybe it's agriculture, culture. Thailand, Bali, Japan, Chinese, everything they eat rice, make rice or something. So when when you agriculture, you put the seed, the rice, and then come out details, and then it's become grown up, and inside and become heavy and change color from green to yellow, and they cut. And the next year, again, give the field, seed, go up, yellow, cut. So something started at developing, and finally got it right. Bang, bang, bang. When you get up morning, oh, I'm sleepy, sleepy. Oh, I slowly get up, and go to the work in the office, and yes, oh, that. And yes, and the dinner, we would talk about today office is like that, or we talk about blah, 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 and oh, I'm sleepy, good night, and they go. Next day, again, get up, and then become, and then goes, oh, thus, winter, everybody sleeping winter. Yeah, India, not very much 4 seasons, but anyway, winter is very slow, and then spring comes. Everything alive, and then autumn, everything is finishing, and winter. Next year again, spring come, summertime for European, you swimming, and then vacation finish, everything. So we repeat. Or, for example, love, make love. Maybe slow, it starts slowly. Not immediately, slowly, and little by little develop. That's the climax comes, and finish. They maybe again start slowly, and slowly, and develop excitement. So all the life is slowly developing and climax. Slowly developing climax, and another beginning. So that's called Johakyu. So it's Asiatic music with everything. Bam, 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 bam. The same thing, Indian music also. It's not so quickly, but it's very slowly changing and developing the climax. And so this is the natural tempo of human being. But at the same time, the heart is dinging. And so that's the same tempo, always same. So that means it's like when you're hunting, hunters, they don't have the Johakyu. They are just watching where the animal is. Are there? Bing. And so it's better. Agriculture is always start to develop. So the human being inside is the 2 tempos, the Johakyu and the tempo. And when the theater, sometimes they approach the hand. And so, but if they are at the sound, that's 400 people, that's the same Johakyu. So that's a human tempo. So on the stage, we present real human tempo. But on the stage, I'm worrying how to do it, audience, how to think, I want to be success, many things. So I cannot be natural tempo of the life. But so artificially, I put Johakyu artificially. And because from the outside, you put tempo, and then you can find out organic inside also that follows. But it's on the stage very difficult to find out organic naturally. So, but in fact, European actor, Indian actor, Japanese actor, everybody, good actor without conscious, they do it, Johakyu. Anyway, that the good actor doesn't analyze I'm doing Johakyu, but he does it. So good acting is always Johakyu. That means that, oh, hello, how are you? So that we hello, oh, how are you? So Johakyu. So, and also construction of the Shakespeare, Hamlet. Joe first time find out phantom, and oh, vengeance, that's a Joe. And develop little bit the play of the Hamlet, to be or not to be, that way goes, oh, my mother, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, it's fighting thing. So it's a climax. So beginning and the middle, small details, and the climax. Macbeth also, Macbeth at first kill the king, and after little by little become crazy. Lady Macbeth become crazy, and at the end, Macbeth fight Macduff. So it's a three part. For example, to be or not to be, that is the question. Okay, there's three phrases. To be, yes, to be, it's normal. Yes, everybody to be. Or not to be. What happened? Or not to be, surprise, change, or not to be. Oh, that is the question. So it's like one phrase also, beginning and developing, or not to be, and the climax, or not to be. That is the question. So any long text monologue is if you divide three parts until here is so that you can decide by yourself, and beginning and then development and the climax. So that's the process of the how to speak a long monologue. The movement is the same. If I take T, no, yo, Q. So it's if you divide it, yo, Q. So that's a three part.
Okay, Yoshi-san. So in a way, thank you. In a way, what one could understand from this is like Joe could be beginning or opening, Ha could be break or a development, and Q could be something like fast and climax, which is there almost in every action or in every small detail. So that's how an actor practices to develop that. So you are saying you get into a detail, and in that detail you have a structure which you can follow. That is Jo Ha Q. Okay, thank you. Now my last question to you, because then after that I think we will open the session for the participants to ask questions to you. How your theater can reflect our time, basically I am thinking of the content and analysis of present day problems like pandemic, COVID-19. According to you, what should theater do in a pandemic like COVID-19? Yoshi-san.
The panic of the society of the virus, problem of the virus.
Yes, problem of the virus. What theater should do?
Just do theater. That all we do theater. What does that mean? We do theater. So what I want to do theater is try to see how human being lives. Human being is very mysterious, but at the same time, I feel human being is so beautiful. And so, at any situation, human being is living, moving, and feeling, and all go through the time, go passing. And that human being, I want to present human being, and we, with the public, I feel what is the fundamental human being. So, what I said, the all problem, the virus, sickness, death, yes, that exists. But at the same time, always a human being is there. For example, when outside, I cannot go out now in France. Just 1 hour I can go out, but otherwise I cannot go out. So it's terrible. But beside of that, there's a flower. Look at so it's many people buying plant of the flower to enjoy it. So it's even so horrible society, but at the same time, I want to see flower, and I want to look at the flower, and I'm very happy. And I passed the Second World War when I was 11 years old. Around me, people dying, airplane, American come and put bomb, and the house is burned, my house disappeared, and beside me, a lot of people dying, and there's nothing to eat, just everyday potato with soya sauce. And then there's just a small lamp electricity, that's all. So life is terrible. But at the same time, well, of course I was a child of food, but at the same time, I'm enjoying with friends, reading books, comic books, and everything, and or we talk, joke as a friend, or we make stories of the friend. So some pleasure there. But even I don't have electricity, I don't have food, but at the same time, I enjoyed something else. And this is in Japan, something I've been asked to write something, how this society, how theater necessary or not. I don't know that analysis of the theater is, but I try to imagine if this situation, no theater, no film, no television, no radio, and what is the life is? Only just the news. Maybe I can see the newspaper news, but there's nothing theater in television or something. And then what is life is? I don't know if it's horrible or maybe it's okay, no problem. But anyway, something necessary to, I think, but I don't know if for public this situation necessary for the public, necessary or not. But as an actor, as theater man, anyway, I want to make good theater, which is what is a fundamental human being? Fundamental human being. What is the life for the inside of the human being, and how to live delicately inside and how to move it. That's present sharing with the public. That I want to do it. But while Second World War in Japan, a lot of police control, but some theater, just before bomb comes, they acting, and a lot of people came to see the show. Even a dangerous situation of the bomb just before bomb comes, but they just a small moment they come, and so it's maybe that even that horrible situation with danger, but the people wanted to see theater. Not very many, everybody, but some people wanted to have it. Not a few people, but quite a lot of people want to see it. So today, but now in France, everything closed the theater. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But anyway, if I can do it, I want to do it. But at the same time, theater is not necessary in the inside the house. You can do in some parks, and people can see it for the distance. Everybody can watch, and we share in the park. Somebody acting and somebody watching. 5, 6 people watching, doesn't matter. That's a theater. The theater is not in a house, or not space. The katakari, everything is outside. That's it. So I don't feel as a politician or as a professor theater necessary or not, but I'm inside the theater man. Theater man, so any situation I want to do theater, and I do theater. Anyway, theater or film or whatever. That's my life. So, and if I can do in the theater, if I want to act, I do outside for 5, 6 people, probably doesn't matter, in the park or some space. I do it. So it's not necessary to form of the theater, but theater is a actor and a public, and actor represent delicacy or beauty of a human being. If it's beautiful, public can share with pleasure.
Thank you, Yoshi-san. It's true, and it's nicely you have told us that theater is something which is always there to share. If there is an actor there to share to the public, then theater works, and COVID-19 or pandemic may not or can't stop theater in a way. Theater can function and find out, even if there are only very less public, even then theater can function. Thank you, Yoshi-san, for this. Now, I would like to pick up Dr. Supranath Bhattacharya's question. I will read it out to you, Yoshi-san. How important is innocence and interpurity for an actor's skill development? How much important is innocence and interpurity for an actor's skill development?
Purity.
Purity, interpurity, and innocence.
That, why actor can be innocent? Why can be pure?
Yeah, Dr. Supnath, can you ask directly? Can you unmute Dr. Supnath? Supnath?
Huh?
No, I'm just asking the organizers. Can you unmute Dr. Supnath? He may ask directly.
Yes.
Just a minute, Yoshi-san. I'm just asking.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Konbanwa, Yoshi-san.
Konbanwa, oui, yes.
Yoshi-san, my question is, how important is an actor's inner purity, inside purity, inner purity, and innocence to develop his acting skills?
So why you think
Because
can have purity?
Because he is essentially bearing his soul to the audience.
Yes. I don't know purity is what that mean, purity. But
Innocence?
Innocence, I don't know what is that mean, innocence. Just what I can say is actor, how can be honest, how can be open himself, how can find out freedom. Don't disturbed by the successful or successful money or be like it or give the entertainment for public. That all obligation is in a way you don't need to care. I care just to concentrate how this Hamlet can live on the stage. And that's it, and nothing else. And but it's that moment when I act, nothing more than another thought. For example, Bunraku puppet, Japanese classic puppet theater, the puppet moving. But they are head, hand, legs, bodies, and they move. And then when the movement become inside of the character's life, really I feel that the puppet is living as Hamlet. Because puppet has no ambition. There's nothing. A puppet is nothing else, just a move body, that's all, nothing else. So that moment, there's nothing useless thought in it, just character. But as an actor, human being, when deaf, even he play very good, but the corner of his eye, something I want to do good, or something I feel he want to be good, or something. So that means that always inside there's nothing added, something on useless things. When I saw the dance in Bali, Indonesia, Bali, and they are dancing, and then they are not for successful. They like to dance, and but not to forget money. All money goes to the God. So he likes moving, dancing, and if by chance I got money, that's not for me. That's for the God. So nothing else. But in European dancer, it's normal. I want to dance very well, and I want to give the nice feeling for the public, or I want to be successful with the dance. All the useless, but it's very hard to take out. But because of we are not the freedom, we are prison of the society. And so we are, well, all things, but so it's not, but maybe not pure and not innocent. It's a ballet dancer, it's in a way innocent and pure because his aim is just enjoying dancing and not money for the God. And I'm dancing, and if I got money, maybe I can offer God. We have a very good idea. But human being is not so much easy to be like that. But for example, Shakespeare, The Tempest, Prospero, he's a very angry and vengeance. So he made a tempest, and the people come, and he tried to vengeance. But at the end, he doesn't do anything. Why? Because he throws away whole anger, whole thought, just everything forget. Just when you throw it away, first time in his life, he can get liberty, free feeling. So that moment, maybe Prospero become pure because everything is thrown away. But it's very difficult to throw away. Already everything, something attached to something. But in a way that we are not free. Only just throw everything thrown away, and the first time you can get a freedom. But at the same time, for example, Japanese author Yukio Mishima, he was a successful writer, but at the end, he suicide. And he said, when you are born, it's not your wish. It's a parent's wish he's born. So he's not free to come out. His parents' choice. Since childhood, I'm always in prison. You must do it, you mustn't do it. So all obligations. So there's no freedom. So in a way, he wanted to get the freedom, but not like a Prospero, throw away everything. But to get the freedom, only one freedom is to kill himself. It's nothing obligation, nothing society, and that's I kill myself, it's free. So only killing myself is a freedom. I want to get the freedom. So he's suicide. So that's another way to get the purity, another way of the innocent. Either throw away everything or either kill himself. That's people's choice. Is that clear, your question? Spanta-san? Spanta-san? Hello? It doesn't know answer. I don't know.
Hello, Supanath? Hello, is that clear?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Tanish Taneja.
Just, yeah, Tanish, yeah. Go on.
Actually, yeah, sir. Namaste, Yoshida, sir. So, first of all, it's a great privilege to talk to you and witness you live. So, my question is that in the book you have mentioned the concept about I and you, which means we need to concentrate on the you, that is the fundamental structure, and the I, the outside expression.
Sorry. What is it? Concentrate what? Concentrate what?
Tanish.
Concept of I
Tanish,
and
Tanish,
yes,
just a minute. Can you just talk like slowly so that then it can become communicable more?
So in the book, you have taught us about I and you concept, which means
what? I can't understand. I'm just concentrate what?
I and you, TAI and YU.
T.
TAI.
Yeah.
TEI.
TAI. The fundamental structure and phenomenon.
Oh, okay. And
it was one of Ziami's more difficult but useful idea. Was the division learning into fundamental structure and phenomenon.
So fundamental
right,
structure is what? I can't understand this two fundamental structure is what?
Like, sir, when you study acting,
Oui?
You concentrate on the fundamental structure, the inside.
What is fundamental structure?
Like, for example, the thigh is the flower, and while the you is the scent of the flower. The fundamental structure of the flower is the scent. Right, sir?
So, sorry, the flower, what is a flower is, it's like a flower is a real flower or flower that means the symbol of the charmingness or what? So what is a fundamental flower?
No, sir, the fundamental structure.
Sorry, I can't understand. Okay, so fundamental structure is when are you learning? Okay, I can say
yes.
Fundamental structure. I don't know. I want to know. What is the fundamental structure, because when I start acting, studying acting, I try to be how to move, how to speak, how to feel human being. That's all. But there's nothing of fundamental structure. So when I do learning, I learned classic theater, Japanese classic theater, or I learned ballet. I like kabuki dance, or I like classic storyteller, and I did everything, but I don't know if it was useful or not. But so in fact, when I doing, I didn't concentrate on just one thing, but I do many things, different things. So there's nothing fundamental structure. It's just And so maybe as a professor, maybe you need some structure, but I'm not a professor, so I cannot say clearly what necessary fundamental structure. So I don't know if this is an answer for you or not, or if you are satisfied with my answer or not.
I think,
Yeah, sir. I
okay.
understood.
Okay. I would, Himanshu B. Joshi has asked one question about, I'll just take out the question. How you prepare yourself for an act?
How
do you prepare yourself for an act? Which is your...
Every day or just before coming in on the stage?
Yeah.
Just
Your
before
primary exercise. Any exercise you do, or you do any exercise? Do you do anything with body, voice, music before you come onto the stage?
Yeah, so it's very important. The theater is not a one-man show. It's a team. So like a football is everybody work together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only one. So if the ball is one, story is one, it goes every direction. So if so the theater, most important before the performance, we feel we are working together. So we do something together to feel with group or team. So that's the most important preparation of the before the performance, and also the body is sleeping, and so to wake a body, you move the body to make me awake. Otherwise, when I get up, body is dead. So must be to make awake. And something else before the show, that each actor is different. Somebody takes vitamin C, or somebody like a meditation, or sometimes like a singing. Each person method is different. But I don't do anything, just awake body, and I look at the public. How is today's public? Something they are awake, very lively, or if they are very low. If they are very low, when I go to stage, just to go good energy, and then more must bring up the audience feeling. Or if audience is already before the performance very noisy, that means that when I must come out on the stage, and how they can calm down. So it depends on today's public, and how to meet the public, and how I can relation make public. So I watch public, not what you watch, but I try to feel public situation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Yoshi-san. I think last question, we have very less time. Can you unmute Robijita Gogoi?
Yeah.
Robijita Gogoi, I will just read the question, Yoshi-san, for you. how an actor can achieve the state of mind where he can detach himself and can watch own actions or activities from away like a mirror. Please share what kind of practice, exercise may help him to achieve that state of mind. Can you describe some exercise about this state of mind? Robijita, would you like to ask something directly?
I
Well,
think that,
me?
Robijita, just slow down while talking.
yes, please.
Yeah.
Namaste. Namaste,
Namaste.
sir.
Namaste.
Namaste. Sir, as you explained, like one actor you want to detach yourself and observe yourself, and while acting or while doing action and saying of activities on stage. So I think this is a very difficult process, detaching myself and watching myself away and or observing myself. So sir, how do you achieve that state of mind while you say observing myself like a mirror all the time? Please help.
Yes. Very difficult. I don't know how to do it. Just but when I was working with Peter Brook, improvisation. And when I do improvisation, I always what to do next, what to do, how to react, and what to move. So always very busy how to do it. But I forget to watch what I'm doing. It's just too much concentrate what I should do because I don't know what is next is because no text fixed, no movement fixed, not classic theater. So it's classic theater. I know how to move, how to speak, how to sing. Like a katakari also decided the movement, everything. So it's very easy to watch yourself. But our contemporary theater is always creating every day. And so it's very hard to watch. So only just everyday mistake. Oh, I forgot. Next day, oh, I forgot. Next day, I feel 1 second I could see myself. Sometimes, oh, I see 5 minutes. Next day, oh no, I didn't see. So like that. So that I speak ideal acting, but very hard to achieve. Therefore, I'm continuing acting to find out what I want, but very difficult to what I'm thinking. So, and there's no method. I don't know if somebody knows me, knows the method, please tell me, I want to know, but I don't know. So that's only for me, it's everything, every day mistake, every day not satisfied, but every day trying. That's the thing.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Yoshi-san, thank you very much for
Thank
giving
you.
us this time. And sorry, there are many more questions, but due to the time limit, we are not able to take it on the questions. Sorry about it, but I think you can keep the communications on with the organizers, and probably organizers will be able to connect with Yoshi-san.
Thank you very much. I could contact the Indian people, lot of people. Thank you, your organizer. Thank you for your questions. And I'm very happy to, yes, indoors Asia. I'm Asian, and we are Asian people talk about it. And for me, it's European is so far from me. But something I feel far, but from India, East Asia, Chinese, that for me something invisible relation is very strong. But I think it's something different culture, because when Second World War finished and the judgment of the who is a criminal for the war, and then everybody start to judge, and the Indian lawyers comes, and now Japan was a law set, so Japan become criminal. But if we other way, the American become criminal. So that means you can't judge who is wrong, is wrong. So this kind of judgment is ridiculous. So that means Indian people say there's nothing good or bad. That's a human being. So you don't need to punish other people. It's like a long time ago, Aristotle said it's cause, result, cause, result, cause, result. That's a pyramid thought. But Indian people are everything same lines, same thing. And then everything happening. The totality is something spirituality, but it's nothing one God. So it's just between India and Europe that separate. So in a long 3,000 ago, Milinda, King Milinda from Greek people came to India, and he discussed with Buddhist Indian priest of Buddhist of the India, and they discussed. And one is a sort of pyramid structure, and the Indian is a horizontal structure. And finally, that Amendros, I think, that become Buddhist because of the thought is different. So long history is we are from east to India to east, and from next door Greek to west, they're different. And that's I don't say which is better, but anyway, I belong to this one, not to this one. So that means I'm nothing, you must do it, or you must do this. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is maybe everything bad. The end of Mahabharata, paradiso and paradis and hell doesn't exist. We are where everything is same. Okay.
Biju, you are not audible.
Okay, so finish.
Yeah, just a minute, Yoshi-san. I think the organizer would like to thank you formally.
Yeah, Abhilash, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. This is obviously a great honor and privilege, Yoshi-san, to be with you for this almost 2 hours. And we are all honored for your kind effort to unlock the Zoom. And I'm very grateful to Abhilash for his patience to be with us for long hours to prepare for the sessions, and the kind of effort he has taken in preparing the questions, conversing with Yoshi-san, etc. For all this. Yoshi-san, I'm immensely thankful to you. And Abhilash, you have done a wonderful job. We appreciate that effort in between your, great, huge work as the Dean of National School of Drama. Let me point out quite a few things the web conference, which will be conducted 23rd, 24th, and 25th of November. All the participants of this webinar, the entry will be free for them. They can freely enter into that. If you want to present a paper, then you need to consult with the technical team. And I'm on behalf of Srijit and PJ Thomas, acknowledging the great effort and work done by Dr. R. Srijit and Mr. PJ Thomas. I am so grateful on behalf of them to Professor Richard Schechner and Professor David Sinder, Professor Arnie Neem, Professor Leela Alanis, for their work in the last 4 days to present their views on this, and a huge number of theatre activists, enthusiasts, intellectuals, scholars participated in this. I would like to mention a few names. Joe Shapland, a collaborator of Philip Sarali, is obviously with us. Kalairani, Professor Chandradasan, Logdharmi, Louis Spagna, Abhish Shashidharan, Vashai Beast, Himanshu B. Joshi, Prabhat Bharada, he landed from Japan, for their kind presence, and Valsala teacher from the Violet Trust, Mr. Vinod Narayan from School of Drama, Devendra Shankar Narayan from Hyderabad, Robijita Gogoi, who also an eminent theatre person. We register our humble gratitude to you for your presence. And the technical team comprised of Abhilash, Abhishek, and Dan from SB College Changanasheri, and Atul AK and Parshadi for their hard work and patience for all these days to accomplish this mission. I really appreciate your hard work and patience. And I'm so grateful to every participant, everybody who collaborated with us, everybody present, almost 250 every day with us. And the kind of inspiration we received from your messages are really great. We appreciate your support and inspiration. And again, once again, Yoshi-san will definitely let you know once the translation of your book is finished. And thank you again for such a great artist, so patiently working with us to accomplish this long session. Thank you, Yoshi-san, so much, and thank you, Abhilash.
Thank you very much. It's nice to lot of people here. The important professor here. It's good. Yeah. And are you going to talk to Richard Schechner again or not? Richard?
No, Schechner spoke on the first day. I can.
He finished.
Yeah. Yes,
because if you have,
I'll send you the video.
No. Just say hello, because I haven't seen him for a long time. Like 40 years, I haven't seen him. So hello.
Okay. Oh, he's not here today. He has some other assignments.
He's okay. What is he doing now?
Yeah, I'll inform him about your wishes. Okay, and he will get back to you.
Okay, so it's good. So it was useful, and I'm happy. Okay.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Thank you.
Happy.
Thank you, Yoshi.
Ciao.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.